short A sound. The second sound of the vowel, A, is the shorter sound, as in, Sam. The shorter sound is spelled with one or two consonants after it, as in, plan, and as in, planned. The short A is a sound that is unique to the vowel, A, and it is followed by one or two consonants, as in fat, fatter, and fattest. The short A is a unique sound that does not sound like the name of the letter A. We learned earlier that the A, as in, fate, is a long A, which is like the name of the letter A. Compare fat with fate. The A in fat is a unique sound that does not sound like the name of the letter A. This unique sound of A, as in, fat, is called a shorter sound. Consonants double after short A, but not after long A. As in, fate, the E makes the A long. As in, fate, one consonant, T, is too weak between two vowels. It is too weak and cannot keep the vowels from helping each other. Vowels can still help each other when there is only one consonant between them. The E can go through the one weak T to help the A and make it long. As in, fatter, when we need to make a short A sound, we need to double the consonant, TT, to keep the two vowels away E from each other and from helping each other. As in, fatter, we needed TT to keep the two vowels away from each other. If we did not change the T to TT, we would end up with the longer sound, fatter, not with the shorter sound, fatter, and fatter is not a word. Again, if we did not double the P to PP, a word like scrapped would become scraped, and these words have two different meanings. The specific consonants that double are BB, DD, FF, GG, LL, MM, NN, PP, RR, SS, TT, and ZZ. We double them manually before adding endings that begin with a vowel like the ed, ing, est, n, and s. As in, cat, in, caterpillar, short A can occasionally be followed by one consonant and still stay short because it is in its own independent syllable. The AE rules applies to vowels that are in the same syllable. Dear Matt, I am mad and sad today. I am mad at Sam because he had a bag. In the bag he had a snack. Sam knew that I was hungry, but he didn't ask me to share the snack with him. Instead, he sat on the grass and shared the snack with a fat cat. Sam had a van and Pam had a car. Usually, Sam waxes the van and the car, and pumps gas into the van and the car. Then, he parks the van on the grass. One day, Pam asked Sam if he would place an ad to sell his van so he could have more time to talk with her. Sam didn't react, nor did he seem mad or glad. Instead, he ran to the backyard and sat quietly for a long time. Sam and his friend Max went to Patrick's place and had a chat. At first, Sam acted like nothing had happened and nothing was bad. It was not until after Max started to talk about his problems that Sam began to mention how Pam was nagging him about her plan for selling the van. Sam did not brag about his relationship with Pam, as Sam was a calm and a harmless type of a man. Talking with his pal worked like magic for Sam, and by the time he was home Sam was as charming as ever. Again, Pam asked him to sell the van, and he didn't talk anymore. Pam wished to understand whether Sam was mad at her, or if he was just naturally like that. Pam read John Gray's book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. When Pam read that book, she was able to understand Sam's silence. Pam learned that Sam needed to escape into an imaginary cave at times. It turns out that Sam needs to be left alone to regain his energy, and a man usually does that by escaping into his own cave to solve his problems alone. To Sam, spending time with his van was like going into his own cave. Notice that in a word like stamp, the short A is already followed by two consonants, namely the MP, and you do not have to double anything. However, in the following words, you need to do the doubling of the consonants yourself. Double consonants after shorter: fat, fatter, fattest, chat, chatted, chatting, nap, nap, napping, trap, trap, trapping, slap, slap, slapping. Clap, clapped, clapping, rap, rapped, rapping, glad, gladder, gladdest, mad, madder, maddest, sad, sadder, right, pointing arrow, saddest, baggy, baggier, baggiest, ban, banned, banning, cram, crammed, cramming, man, manner, dan, danny, dad, daddy, Annie, Sam, Sammy, Pam, lamb, happy, application, pattern, apple, appetite, attitude, matter, batter, platter, flatter, flatten, latter, ladder, bladder, crabby, hammer, hammered, grammar. The final SS, ZZ, and FF come in doubles after one vowel in small, one-syllable words: staff, staffed, staffing, gaff jazz, glass glasses, pass passes, past. Passing, passage class, classes classy, classier classiest, classless. When a word already has two consonants like the MP in stamp, you do not have to double any consonants when adding ed, as in stamped. The MP in stamp stamping is as a built-in fence made of two consonants after the short a. We only need two consonants after the short vowel a. Stamp, stamped act, acted hand, handed fast, faster fastest. The x does not double because it contains the two consonants ks or kc inside it. Wax, waxed waxing, tax taxed, taxing fax, faxed faxing, relax relaxed, relaxing. Because the k does not double to a kk, we use a c before k to have two consonants after a short vowel, as in back, backed pack, pack lacked, lacked stack, stacked snack, snacked. Quack, quacked. The final v does not double and it is always followed by a silent e, as in have. Therefore, we see short vowels followed by ve, as in have, and long vowels also followed by ve, as in behave. The vowels rules do not always apply to v, and the reason is that a final v must have a silent e after it either way. Compare these words: have, behave, love, clove dove, dove, v, live, live, adjective, live, alive. Dear Daddy, I am gladder than ever because I am in school learning to spell. I don't feel crabby today because I napped and my appetite is fine. I am apt to fill out an application for a better job. I am so happy and will write you a letter once a week to tell you about the words I learn in my new spelling class. First, my pronunciation is improving and my spelling is more accurate. I am also learning the meanings of concepts like vowels, consonants, syllables, phonics, and the different spelling patterns of each English sound in groups of words. This week we are learning the sound of the short vowel in some short words like fat, and in some long words like fatter. I wrote my sister a letter about the sound of the long vowel a, as in these 5 spelling patterns: Elaine, Jake, Jay, Mabel, and neighbor. Dad, you should know that I am very active in this class, and I know that I have to read aloud by myself because I don't have you here to read with me anymore. Dad, I forgot to ask if your teacher showed you how the C is only a C when followed by E, I, or a Y. My teacher showed us many examples of the soft C, as in price, city, and cycle. Dad, I don't know why my teacher laughed and said that the spelling patterns of the sound of K were funny and that the hard C should have been called a K. My extra homework for this week is to read any 5 pages and underline each hard C that I can find on those pages. She said the K sound in C is spelled in these 12 ways: cat, academy, cold, consonants, cup, accurate, club, conclude, crop, describe, fact, character, sick, fantastic, accident, back, sock, occupy, deck, eccentric, luck, chuckle, and choir, chemistry. I love you, Daddy. The 33 R-controlled words as in car. Technically, these words are spelled like short a, but the sound of the a is distorted by the controlling r that follows it. As in car, the a before the r is spelled like the short a, but it has a special sound that is controlled by the controlling r. Learn the spelling of these 33 R-controlled words: car, scar, tar star, far, bar jar, char, charbroil start, cart, chart dart, tart, mart arm farm, charm barn, darn, scarf. Dark, park, bark mark, mark, hard lard, card, yard guard, kindergarten garden. Mark was born on a farm and he lived a comfortable life. One day, Mark decided that it was time for him to give up his comfort zone and move to the city. Mark had high self-esteem because he believed in himself. Having a farm, a garden, and a barn was just not enough to satisfy Mark's ambitions. Mark was known to say that everyone who wants to reach the stars could reach them, and Mark was known to follow up on what he says with action. Mark also believed in the ancient proverb that says, "The longest journey begins with a single step." In spite of Mark's love for the plants and animals, he decided to start his trip to the City of Arts. At first, Mark wasn't sure whether he should become a tap dancer, a ballet dancer, an actor, or a musician. For a long time, Mark couldn't relax because life in the City of Arts was hard to understand. Mark's charming character as a farmer wasn't enough for the art business to hire him as an artist. They always asked him if he had a university degree. Mark was still determined to do whatever it took. So, he went to college to earn his university degree in arts. Not long after he began going to school, he was discovered through his school by a talent scout and hired as a tap dancer. However, Mark kept going to school, not only to have a better job, but because he had discovered the joy of learning. Mark organized his life and marked all of his routines on his calendar. Mark often went to the park, parked his bike near the park, and enjoyed looking at the flower garden in that park. Whenever Mark passed by a kindergarten, he waved and said hello to the school's guard. Between working and going back to school, Mark became very busy and had a hard life. Mark could not afford a car, so he rode his Schwinn bicycle to work and to school. Besides, Mark ended up thinking more about his life and his actions as he was on those bicycle rides. In spite of his hard life, Mark was not sorry for having left his old comfort zone at the farm. He decided that the easiest things were not always the best things for him. Mark kept busy and happy with his new lifestyle. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to learn more.